If you're listening right now to the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we know something about you. We know that you're obsessed with Little House on the Prairie.
For more than half a century, Little House on the Prairie, the series and the books have been bright lights for people all over the world who seek out goodness, decency, and human connection.
Here on the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we celebrate everything that made Little House so special.
The stories, the characters, the actors, and the messages that have made Little House iconic family television.
And a perfect counterpoint to a world that feels like it's going off the rails every day.
Where is Michael Landon when we need him most? I'm your host, Pamela Bob.
And I'm your prairie bitch, Alison Arngrim.
And I'm Dean Butler.
Our hashtag imaginary boyfriend. Join us for our loving, quirky, and often irreverent conversations about the finest family drama in the history of television.
And the imperfect people who made it that way.
In this third season, we are extremely grateful for the support of VisitSeeMeValley.com for their continuing sponsorship of Little House on the Prairie and the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast. I know. Okay, hi. We're so excited, you guys. Hello, Bonnet Heads. You can feel our excitement. You can feel our excitement in the air today because, we're not even going to chit-chat in the beginning of this episode like how we normally do. I'll introduce myself. Here we are. Hi, I'm Pamela Bob. I'm your host, creator and star of Living on a Prairie and superfan. I am here, as always, with the iconic prairie bitch, Alison Arngrim, and our hashtag imaginary boyfriend, Dean Butler. Are you guys ready?
Oh my God, this is going to be so much fun.
Now, what I love about for years, I would say, that's my favorite episode. It's everybody's favorite episode. And always Dean would go, it's not everybody's favorite.
Dean has some beef with this episode.
Everybody's,
there's just this assumption that it's the best episode.
Yes. Best episode ever.
It's like,
well,
yeah. And I did bridle against that a little bit.
You had not even seen it until
this is a confession.
And we've talked about it so much, I felt like I had. And then I started watching it and we're like, oh my God, I haven't seen this. And it's incredible.
Right, exactly. Now you know why we talk about it all the time.
I'm sold.
You see why there's been such a fuss. You see why everyone has made such a big hoopla.
I know, because even when I said, we haven't recapped this one yet, how about it? And Dean was like, no, we have. And I was like, no, I just went through all of our episodes.
Yeah, no, I can't believe we haven't done it until this point. To wait till season 3 to do
I know.
this?
What's the matter with us?
Incredible.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to it. From UBN Go and
God.
visit SeeMeValley.com and Prairie Partners and patrons like you. Here we are. This is going to be awesome. It's the Little House on the Prairie 50th Anniversary podcast. All right, everybody. I'm taking a sip of water. We're going to get to this.
Yeah.
Dean has had his come to Jesus moment with this episode. Because this is where...
And for me, that's sort of saying something.
For me, that's saying something, yes.
He had not seen it until this time. He did not get the full impact.
It's amazing. I just can't
believe you hadn't seen it. Okay, we're recapping.
So,
great.
what are we talking about?
Talking about
So
the most
today we're
evil
talking
episode
about
ever. Hit it.
Yeah, so we're talking about episode 2 of season 3. This is Bunny.
Heaven.
Bunny, oh my God, Bunny, premiered on October 4th, 1976. This is sort of interesting that Michael wrote and directed this one. Michael generally did season premieres, which he probably did. So immediately preceding this was The Collection with Johnny Cash. Yeah. And then we come to this and we go, this season started off explosively good. This was really, really good. So written and directed by Michael. Alison, what is Bunny about?
What is it not about? Okay.
So insane, this episode. So, normally Nellie does things that try to ruin Laura's life, ruin things for her. In this episode, Nellie, at the age of, 13, 14, I should manages to try to destroy the lives and cause serious problems for adults, for everyone in the town. She causes problems for every single person in the town, drags them into her 13, 14-year-old drama. Like, what is going on? So, as we may remember from Plum Creek Christmas, Laura, I repossessed her horse. I repoed her horse. I got her horse. And that was never going to end well. And here's the proof. So I am tormenting her horse.
Abusing the horse. Let's say it like it is. She's beating the horse.
Absolutely abusing the horse.
Of course, there winds up being a horrible accident, of course. But unlike the normal things that would ensue, Nellie decides that the solution to everything is to pretend to be paralyzed. This escalates into the most bonkers episode of anything and results in the infamous, we all know it, we all love it, down the hill in a wheelchair sequence. In other countries, French people say, the one with, and I go, this is the international sign for down a hill in a wheelchair. That's what this episode is. They go, the down the hill in the wheelchair episode. Oh, yes.
I mean, this is the episode that even people that don't know Little House on the Prairie, they know this. Yeah. They know this.
You go on YouTube, the down the hill in the wheelchair sequence is on a loop. There's a place where you can just watch me go down the hill in the wheelchair over into the pond, over and over again, and it never gets old. I have done shows where I show people this clip at the very end, and then I come out in the wheelchair, and I think, well, they've seen this clip 10,000 times, and I hear them going, and I'm like, y'all seen this 10,000 times. Okay. Yeah, it's for some reason there's something so weird about this episode that it it just sends people over the edge. I, of course, absolutely love it and every single thing I do in it because it's
awesome. It's awesome. It really truly is. Some fun things about this one. Bunny the horse was sometimes described as male, sometimes as female. Bunny was male in Christmas at Plum Creek, female in Bunny, then male in The Race, the next episode.
Weird.
I think our show was
and then female again in Journey into Spring.
You're right, again. So I think our show is way more progressive than people give us
Absolutely.
credit. My God, we had a non-binary character. I mean, Bunny was whoever Bunny felt that they were, and we did not question Bunny.
It didn't matter.
Bunny, I don't know what happened with Bunny. It was very strange. Nobody seemed to remember whether Bunny was a boy or girl, and no one seemed to question it.
No, and why would you care? I mean, it didn't matter, except, and the horse doesn't know. So a couple of reviews that I read on IMDb. If you ever want to watch an episode where Nellie and Harriet are evil, this is the episode to watch. I don't think there's another episode that shows just how nasty these two can be.
I mean, it's
true. Like off the charts.
It is
awesome.
True.
Another one, the second one. Sorry, I'm just going to get this one in. No, this episode is one of Nellie's absolute finest master level head games, and she spares no one.
Truth.
Bless that mean, bitter, lonely little girl.
Yes.
Bless her.
This just warms the cockles of my heart in a way you cannot imagine. It is so. And lest we forget, the episode, again, like so many episodes where Laura and Nellie Fuduka it's about a boy. It is about rivalry about a boy. The French love this episode, but yes, of course, it is about jealousy. It is a boy. And it's about a boy. Again, this one is always Johnny Johnson. Is it Jason?
Right.
Jason.
This is Jason, right.
Track. Again, it is one of the many Shea brothers. No one knows how many Shea brothers there are.
Is this Eric Shea, right?
This one is it Eric? I have to check.
I think it's Eric.
There's so many of them. It's Eric Shea, who's in the Poseidon Adventure kid. Awesome.
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
The Shea family had a bunch of kids, and they all worked. They were all extremely talented, and they were in many, many movies and TV shows. And it reached a point where my mother once said, "I think, are they cloning them in a lab? I don't know where they come from." There's just always another Shea brother because there were like different age groups. So everyone had worked with one of the Shays. It's like, well, which Shea generation?
Well, Nellie is a thirsty thirst trap of a girl. She's so, I mean, you realize by the time she gets to Percival, like she has been longing for someone since she was a child, obviously, because she is such a thirst trap. At the top of the episode, Laura's a little late for school because she gives a horse to Bunny, which Nellie does not like because Nellie.
Oh, and fake apple on tree, which we never see an apple tree
Yes.
again. It's the one apple glued to
The
a
one
tree branch.
perfect
Which
apple on
is
the tree.
An apple, clearly from the supermarket from Gelson's, glued to the tree, and she snatches it off, and we never see
No
one
apple
again.
is growing in that part of the country.
There's no
Shattering dreams right now, hearing the truth.
You know, there's only one apple on the tree. No, that didn't clue in for you. And a boy, and I'm like, boy, and of course he only now. Mr. Shea was 16. I was just turned 14, and our Miss Laura was 12.
Little.
And most 16-year-olds do not. They certainly don't wish to date a 12-year-old. But even though they were just fishing, it was all very chaste. They were friends. Most 16-year-old boys don't even go say, "Yeah, bring the 12-year-old along. I want to go fishing with her."
No,
they find 12-year-olds annoying.
Yes.
How the heck we were supposed to buy that the 12-year-old had this long-standing relationship with the 16-year-old where they went fishing to the point that he didn't want anything to do with me is weird, but that was a thing on the show. That Jason had chosen her over me.
Again, it feeds plot.
It does.
It just feeds
They
plot.
could have cast a boy whose voice had not changed yet, perhaps. But, hindsight.
Yeah.
One of his younger brothers who were there were many. I could
Right. But anyway, so Nellie doesn't like that Laura is feeding her horse because she's like, you're jealous of me and you want your horse back and you think that you're going to be nice to the horse and blah, blah, blah. She's awful. And then even with Jason, his name was Jason, right? Even with Jason, she's such a thirst trap for him. And she's totally just, first she tells Laura, I hate you. And then she tells Jason, I hate you. And he says.
So now, is that like a first time overt, like straight out, right to her face, I hate you? Is that
I think so too.
I think so. Because we definitely disliked each other right away. But then the I hate you, I was just completely. And then, but the jealousy seed has been planted because we had an episode about Jason before the sign. So we already know there's a thing going on here where we're rivaling for Jason's attention. And so it's hitting a fever pitch when this all goes down. So that's the big motive is it's Jason starts the problem. I'm beating a horse.
And then she's beating a horse. And you really, please tell me that horse was okay. I mean, I'm assuming the horse was fine.
The horse is somewhere off camera smoking a cigarette while I am hitting
drinking a martini.
You weren't even sitting. You weren't really actually on the horse.
This was when I broke down. Okay, I went not me. Okay, first of all, I am not on a horse. I can't ride. I still really can't ride. I'm no longer pathologically terrified of horses, but I don't ride. And there's a beautiful stunt woman. Love her. She did a lot of stunts for me. She's a great girl. So she's there riding that old horse, and she's a very much grown up lady riding a horse. And now watch closely because everyone goes, "Oh, okay, the poor horse." Watch the stunt lady. That riding crop never touches that animal. It doesn't get anywhere near its body. The horse rears up slightly all of 2 times.
That's how it was trained.
Sounds are sound effects put in later. They are fake. The horse is not making those noises. The horse was actually happening because I watched him do it. She was sitting on it and she's like riding around. She goes up and the horse goes, does the little up trick. And then she rides around in a circle, waves the whip around, nowhere near the horse, waving it overhead and goes up, and the horse goes, la, la, up. And then they go, good horsey, and the horsey gets the carrot and goes away. And then I give him a ladder.
Exactly. So these are exactly the kinds of scenes that Alison's describing right now are exactly the kinds of scenes of why everything that was shot exterior at Big Sky was looped.
Right. Because you can't
everything. Because there was so much going on with horses, wagons, noises, harnesses, all of that. In this case, directing a horse to perform in a particular way that had been trained to perform, you have to recreate all that audio.
And they're putting in the sounds of a horse screaming.
Everything.
Because the real sound was her going,
real.
good horsey, mwah, I
makes
love
me
you.
feel so much better, honestly. I mean, I knew the horse wasn't in danger. I knew the horse was fine, but it's really nice to hear what actually was happening so that any kind of thoughts you might have about concern for this horse are down the toilet. We're good.
Then I get on a ladder. I am standing on a ladder. And I'm beating the big Jesus out of that ladder with that riding
you're standing. You're not even like straddling a saddle or anything.
Yeah, I'm on a ladder. I'm in a big metal hardware store ladder.
I think that's
right because it's the close crop of you hitting right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm beating the poor thing with a ladder. And then I get off the ladder, and then the horsey comes back. And again, stunt woman, notice there's no rearing even in that second sequence. Watch closely. Horse doesn't even, because he's already done the trick. Horse is doing nothing but being ridden. She's going, and off they go. Fake horse from some movie soundtrack from 40 years ago. Something is being
That's
led.
so interesting.
Of course.
And she takes off, never touches the horse. But again, if you see it, it's with the music and the horses scream. You're like, oh no. If you watch it closely, like turn off the sound and watch it, you go, wait a minute.
I'm going to do that next.
Yeah. Takes off. Again, like try it with the sound off. Watch. Nothing is happening to that horse. Riding crops nowhere. She takes off, bat out of hell. Horse is having a great time running across the prairie. Then got to I sitting on a box, indeed an apple box. Now, how in the hell do I get hit in the face with a tree branch? Because when you watch it, and this is where I sat there and I watched it like 2 or 3 times because I went, does it look good? Because it can't still look good. Because I remember how we did it, and I went, this won't work.
It looks
and it worked.
great.
And on the TV with the Amazon, the best definition possible, big TV, I looked and I'm going, I would think I just got a tree branch in the face. Oh my God. So I'm like wondering how are they going to do this to me. I'm a little concerned because it says in the script I get tree branch in the face. I'm like, that's not going to be pleasant. And they're like, here you go. So I'm sitting on a box, and the guys, Ron Cottarelli and the boys are there. 2 guys have a giant sheet of plexiglass, of plastic. And they've even got a guy with Windex and a cloth to make sure there's no marks to give us away, that it's completely clear. 3rd guy, tree branch. He's ready. Dumpty, 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 go. And they swing that tree branch and slam it into the plexiglass. Now, the plexiglass is pretty close to my face. They're like, don't lean forward, because that would hurt if you were touching it. And it's right there, and that tree branch hits that plexiglass, and I go, oh, and I fall off the box. I fall off my box. And we did it a couple times, and I enjoyed this enormously because I was like, oh, this is great. Tree branch. Oh, I've been hit with the tree branch. Ow. And I fall down. And so much fun. And I went, who's going to believe this? But I watched it yesterday.
Incredible.
And it looked like I got hit with a
I am gagged at this very moment because the idea that there's plexiglass in front of you and the branch is heading... I mean, that, like, my mind is doing right now. That's insane. And it works so well.
It works great.
And so, the horsey was not hurt anymore than I was. It's the same nonsense is going on here. Yeah. And then I get to lay down under a tree. I kind of took a nap because there was a lot going on.
And wasn't it, Alison, basically as you approach the branch, it's your point of view over the horse's head, so you're not even really seeing the horse at that point. It's really the branch, the tree is racing at you, or you're racing at the tree.
Right close up when it hits. Yeah. The horse went home. He's not even on the
horse is having a martini in a bar somewhere in North Hollywood.
He's having some oats. It was a good day. Yeah.
The horse is in the limo going back to his horse condo, and we now a cat. Hey, baby, you haven't been on camera in a while.
Yes.
Miss Roswell again.
She wants to be in Bunny, too.
And then I got to lay down with the lovely fake blood pouring out of my nose. And I was very comfortable, and it was in the shades, which is, you don't get to see me a lot. And, they were getting ready to do stuff, and, and they had the whole scene, the girls, get Doc Baker. So I was there for a while, and I did doze off at one point. It was lovely. And it was very relaxing. And then we're doing that zoom in with the dramatic music where, oh, God, is she dead? Is she unconscious? And so I'm just like this for a really long time.
So now we're at Doc Baker's office.
No, she's still on the ground.
Still on the ground. Okay. Right.
I'm waiting for them to say cut. I'm just laying there they're going to say cut soon. I mean, I could lie here all day. And then I hear whispering and giggling. You know that giggle. You know that Michael Landon giggle. I hear whisper, hee hee hee, and I go, oh, God, what in the back? And then I feel this.
Finger up your
and
nose.
Michael said, keep it rolling, and stuck his finger in my nose. So he would have one of his many outtakes for his amusement. So that was the cut.
He wrote this one, didn't he? Okay.
Yes, he wrote it. Yeah.
Everything. He was there.
What a twisted little man that guy was.
He came up with all this stuff. So then, we get back to the thing, and then and Doc Ring. I love this.
All right, let me just take a break first. Let me just tell you something from the perspective of a child now watching the scene where Doc Baker examines Nellie. And it's the lift of the lid with the eye. Right. Hello, stuff of nightmares. But then the needle in the toes and the feet is, for a child especially, and for an adult too, but for a child watching, this is the stuff of nightmares. It's the freakiest thing, and it's one of those things that stays with you. It's like a, oh God, the Nellie moment with the needles in the feet. Like, no. Yeah, big impact.
Well,
big.
I was so not hurt.
Well, before that, and I noticed this as I was watching, and Alison, this is maybe to the two of you, because you've watched this, and Alison, you were there. When Doc Baker gets up, he goes back, he's taken his reflective thing off. Nels asks, what do you think, Doc? And he's explaining what it is. And in the foreground, shooting over Nellie onto them, Nellie's eyes open. She's looking, listening, and her brain is spinning. What am I going to do now? Because as soon as everyone turns back, of course, she drops off.
So you think the plan started that early? Because my question was...
Oh, absolutely.
She obviously must have had some kind of numbness in her feet, because she actually does not feel... You think she felt it and didn't care?
Nah. Here's what happened. Because first of all, I was not hurt, because if you notice, the actual needle hitting the feet is in this super duper insert shot, clearly possibly shot on another day with somebody else's foot, and I was not injured. Although there's a master where Kevin, our Dark Bear, was touching my feet with the needle, and he used the back of the needle and did this, and I went, I can't feel it. And it did not hurt. First of all, you have to remember, this is Kevin Hagen, who I know. This is our Doc Baker. This is my friend, Kevin Hagen. Kevin Hagen is not going to hurt me, needle or no needle. If they'd said, we're going to do a scene where Kevin Hagen is going to hold a scalpel to your throat, I would have said, okay. And I would have been completely unafraid.
Sure.
So I was not concerned in the
Thank God you don't have
slightest
ticklish feet either.
I am ticklish, but I'm weirdly not that much, like I don't have like a high pain threshold, but like a sewing needle. Like, okay. Because they were like, can we, they were almost like, should we get other feet? I'm like, use my, because he tried it, and I went, that doesn't hurt.
But
here, also when you look at the needle closely, I mean, it's a very dull needle. It has been flattened out. It's not like a sharp.
But the impact of the needle is that after he takes the needle, so he's pricking her with the needle to see if there's any, and then he takes the needle off, but there's a mark on her foot, and that's the lasting impact of like, oh my God, he was pressing so hard that it even left a mark on her foot, and she didn't feel it.
No, I think they went with the stand-in lady because they maybe balked a little bit at poking the 13, 14 girl with the needle in the foot. Maybe. I was totally game because when he was poking me for the master shot, I was like, that's it. That's how hard that's going to be. I did. It didn't hurt. But the great thing is when I'm sitting there going, no, I don't feel anything. I believed, and to this day, this is what I was going with, was that, yes, I did feel it because my feet weren't numb, I was fine, and that I felt it. But I had committed so hard to the bit that I was paralyzed, bastards,
I mean,
that I was not going to
I would not argue against that, except the only exception is later on when he wants to do it again to her, when the audience now knows she definitely is not paralyzed. She's like, no, I don't need it. She's fighting hard against it.
Because it was hard work.
So it made me feel like maybe she was temporarily slightly numbed the first time.
Oh, no way.
No way.
She's a psychopath.
That crazy.
She's a total psychopath.
I'm a psycho.
This was fake from minute one.
When you
so much
see when the plan happens, when they start talking about, oh, well, what's going to happen, and Mrs. Olson starts saying, it's your fault, Laura Ingalls. You did this. You did this, and I go,
also,
I have hit gold. I've
hit the mother load here, right?
Yeah, I've hit the mother load. I've really done it. I can get anything. Oh, this is going to be good. And that's when I go, can't feel my legs. Because as soon as I've heard that, I'm like, I'm in. I'm going 100%. And once, as you know, once Nellie commits to the bit, I have now committed to being paralyzed, and I realized that, my God, the things I can get out of this is just flashing before my eyes. So sure, if he poked me and I felt it and it hurt a little, like having been poked with the actual needle as I said during the master shot, and it didn't really hurt that bad. If he was really doing it, even if Nellie felt it, it wasn't like painful.
Well, it was never going to hurt you. Yeah.
She would say, if I can make it through a couple of these pokes without
then I'm in.
Look what I can get out of this.
I'll get a doll for Paris. I'll get chocolate. I can make
everything.
Laura my slave. My God, what I can't do. So she stuck it out. She psychopathed it and totally stuck it out. And that's why when I do it again, she was like, look, that was performance of a lifetime. I had to really like bite my tongue.
You can't duplicate
I'm not doing that twice.
Right. Also,
right?
another trait of a psychopath is abusing animals. So she absolutely is. Absolutely is a psychopath.
Yes, this is the Nellie is a psychopath. And I'd like to say also, when people say I can do things with one arm tied behind my back, I did, because when he mentions, her arm, slight break thing, in the script, that was not there. It was just me being paralyzed. But conveniently, as idiot would have it, I went skateboarding a few weeks before.
So you had hurt your arm.
And my beautiful blue skateboard, and I was in the parking lot at where the bank is on Sunset. Anyway, I tipped over. I wasn't even doing a good trick or anything. I just tipped over and fell. This was the 70s. I was not wearing a helmet. I was not wearing wrist pads. Again, bad. Everybody wear wrist pads and helmets.
But even in the 80s, when I was growing, no one wore. If someone wore a helmet, you were made fun of. It was unheard of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wore protective gear in 1976. So I fall over and I whack my head into the pavement and I throw my arm down. I instinctively go, to save myself, to not hurt. My jeans, I got a little tear in my jeans. My knee, had a little nick on my knee. I had a bump on my head, quite similar to the one in the show. I did bash my head, but I didn't bash it very hard because all of it was right here, causing what they call a green stick break in my left wrist. And it was there's a long, horrible story about how we didn't go to the doctor right away because nobody believed I was really hurt, and it got bad. But Monday, and the doctor's like, why are you just here now? But they said, yes, your arm is broken, dum-dum. Wow. And I got, again, 1970s, a big plaster, monstrous cast. It went all the way up here. I couldn't do a thing. And Michael autographed it. I cannot believe I didn't keep the cast. I cannot believe I didn't keep the cast. Michael autographed it. Everybody autographed. But the scene was, we had to come in and show him the cast. And of course, my agent, being a good agent, lied and said, no, it's a tiny little cast. It's nothing. It's nothing. And I show up with the honking thing, and Michael goes, so he autographs it, goes, what do we do? He and Kent got out the board, and they went, what do we do? And they go, okay, if we shoot we have an episode she's not in, flip. Okay, we do this one. The wheelchair, right. We'll say she broke her arm. We say she broke her arm in the cast. How long is that thing on for? In the ranks, you'll be down to the smaller cast by then. We can finagle. Done and done.
Wow.
So wait a minute. So the race was set up as the next episode, but it was not shot that way. They literally reboarded production.
I think they snuck it. I know they snuck in one I wasn't in, right before. They tried to stall as much as they could because they knew I had 6 weeks and then so we had the cast, and so we put a 1800s Dr. Baker splint over the 1970s plaster with little boards and the thing. Now, of course, that led to the wheelchair. You can use your other arm. No, I can't. You idiot! I can't. So I had
showed that later. Yeah.
So funny. So I have a real broken arm and fake everything else. It's so weird. But that was the thing. Yeah, I think Nellie totally went. I felt like he stuck her with a needle and she felt it and was not going to crack for nothing because mother load. Yeah, she was going.
Yeah,
with it.
It's so damn evil.
Absolutely.
And also, Mrs. Olson is so damn evil. The way that she is placing all of the blame
she turns
on this little girl is just evil. Ugh.
I love that 90 I was in, by the way. I do love that 90.
It's a good 90. Okay, so, all right, so now...
So we are done insane things now. I've run into a tree branch. I've been stuck with a needle. Yes. And
so now now we're back at home. Mom and Pa know about Nellie. They're horrified by this. Poor Laura is devastated and completely blaming herself. Also, P.S. again, I cannot believe that Karen Grassley and Michael Landon were having beef during this time because their scene together is so tender and so connected. I mean, they had such amazing chemistry. It's just insane.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, back to this.
People were amazing. Geniuses.
Laura comes and visits Nellie again. Mrs. Olson is horrific to her. But this is when the ultimate manipulation is really taking form. And Nellie is saying, "You're such a good friend, Laura. You're such a good friend." Which is
right. Oh, this is just this is so
brutal.
hideous.
Playing on her guilt is a thing because, like, the whole talking machine with the stuttering girl, she steals the music box, torture. Blackmail is big. This also starts all the peppermint stick nonsense that I always like to have a peppermint stick at all times. That was great. I like peppermint sticks, and I had bonbons and stuff in the bed. I also got to shoot most of this episode in bed. As a lazy teenager, I was like, awesome! I'm gonna shoot the whole show laying on my back with some pillows. I think I can manage this. So I found that I thought it was great. So I'm kicking back with my candy.
Oh, and you also have the house. How's it like outside? That's what I missed most. The beautiful.
That was the ultimate manipulation. Brutal.
She's been in bed
my head's
for
exploding
a day.
as I'm listening to that.
And it was almost
the birds and the blue sky.
You couldn't have seen it in a movie. There were no movies. Maybe she read it in one of her books of like some patient in a hospital, if only to see the blue sky and to hear the birds sing. It's like, where did she get
Oh my God, it's so over the top. And
it's
then
great.
she asked Laura, and Laura's like, if there's I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything.
I'll do anything
and Nellie's
for you.
like,
anything?
Right. And so she...
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's like, okay, all the homework, all of this. And then I'm almost like, and how's Jason? He probably doesn't want to see me like this.
It's so awful. Okay, so she says Jason probably doesn't want to see me like this, and I'll never walk again, and yada yada.
I'm never going to walk again. Yes, he won't marry a cripple. We're really pushing this angle. So I've lost any hope of Jason. Why does she care if I've lost? She loves Jason. She wants Jason. She now is feeling bad for me that I don't have Jason and it's her boyfriend. What the hell have I done to this girl?
Right. And so Laura renegotiates Laura renegotiates her entire life to make sure she takes care of Nellie. So all of her chores, Mary's doing her chores for her. She's doing her homework for her. She breaks up her friendship.
Her own homework. She didn't finish her maps.
I just want to say at the front of that scene, I think a terrific moment where as Laura knocks on the door. Now we see the shot is so wide. If you're looking for it, you see Catherine in the far right side. She's staring out the window blankly. You are sitting there shoveling chocolate into your face. And as Laura comes in, you shove it off the bed onto the floor.
Yep.
I mean, you're not even like, you just shove it off the bed because there's more where that came from.
As Pamela called me at one point, I was being Miss Piggy, and it's Miss Piggy.
That's it, exactly.
Oh, just another one. It's the Miss Piggy. And this is this element of Nellie that not everyone's caught on to, and you did. There's this weird Miss Piggy element to her personality.
She tries to, the presentation is, I'm a lovely, proper lady, when really she's just a truck driver. Right? Like she's
completely.
Absolutely.
That's what the whole noise. It's all very, very dainty. Yes, but
that's it.
And that's
same with Mrs. Oleson. It's the same deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Love it so much. Yeah. That's why I laughed and laughed.
I'll backtrack a second because Laura has not yet broken up her relationship with Jason. They go fishing, but Nellie clocks that out of her window that she's seeing them together. So the next time Laura comes,
and the evil look on your face
the glaring
as you're
out
staring
the
through the garden window.
Now, when I peek out the window, there's a lot of peeking out. So I do peeking out the window. When I'm going through the strip, again, there's no actual building inside the building in Walnut Grove. So again, ledge. A crew member is holding my ankles as I'm standing on a ledge of a thing so I don't fall to my death. And I'm peering through the lace curtains. And so that was wonderful to film. But my mother also thought it was very funny. My mother said, "Oh my God, what are you, Boo Radley?" And it was Boo Radley in the attic in
Mockingbird.
Yeah, no, it's
and
so
peering out.
That was Robert Duvall, by the way.
Yes.
Robert Duvall. We just saw Robert, but Boo Rat. But my mother said I look like Boo Radley peering through the
Okay, so the next time Laura comes and visits, then that's when you start with the Jason manipulation of, did he ask for me? And you know, I'm going to be honest with you, I love him, and I would be very hateful over any other girl that was with him. I mean, the whole thing is like,
it's all great.
Holy moly, evil personified.
And I had to go there because I didn't think she'd necessarily go see him while I was pulling this laid up, but she did. So I was like, oh, gotta nip that in the
Which
bud.
she does,
Gotta,
because
like,
then
ruin
Laura,
that for her.
not the best communicator, I would say. She is not, she is not using her words. She's just going, stop it! No, I don't want to see you anymore. Blah! And poor Jason is like, whoa, what? What just happened? But she breaks up with him.
You're talking about in the loft?
Yes.
That scene in the
loft.
loft of the barn?
He's like, why are girls are crying? And
Yeah,
Mom's like,
I love
they're
that
crazy.
scene.
Crazy.
I wonder how you react to that. Doesn't matter. Yeah, when he says something like, you don't know why they're mad at you, they just are.
Yes, and Paul's like, yes, that is.
That's just what it
true.
is.
Sorry.
Yeah. Not the best.
Yeah, how about that
communicator.
moment, Pamela? That you would react to that one. That would be a trigger for you. You
Yeah,
just
because he
wouldn't
did
like
say,
that
well,
moment.
it was kind of bitches be crazy. All women are always mad at you.
Well, it was
There's
very
no
much like,
explanation. They kinda go with
oh,
that.
male humor joke. I understand what's going on. I get it.
Yes.
The bitches be
Surprised
crazy.
they didn't go for time
Yes.
of month. That they didn't go for, well, this time.
In
that women
his
have.
defense, though, I will say he did not do anything that
No.
she would react that way. So the
Yeah, she was
poor guy,
horrible. Horrible.
I'll give him this one. He took it for the team for this one.
Yeah, no, he
Crazy
did
in that
nothing
one.
wrong.
No.
He was
Because
yeah.
I've driven her to madness, clearly. We also then, as we get into like where they're going to do the chair and stuff, this is talk about like ruining everyone else's life. We know Mrs. Olson is going to fly off the handle and rant and rave and cry, make her walk, doctor, which I love that scene. But
She
now-
does that actually very
She
sort
does.
of pathetically.
Yes.
Make
her
her, it's a wonderful turn that Catherine does right there. That
You
make
see
her walk.
crack.
That's right. You see her
But
crack.
Nels, who doesn't normally like get over emotional things, Nels in the storeroom quietly
Yes.
crying.
Which we
hiding-
never see
hiding in
him
the
do that.
storeroom,
Yeah.
crying because his daughter's never going to walk again. Look what I've done. Doc Baker is now wondering about, why am I a doctor? Your failure as a doctor. I don't know. She's only got a light concussion. She's got a light concussion. There's nothing wrong with her. Then why isn't she walking? I don't know, because I'm faking. And so he thinks he's failed as a doctor. Pa has to drop what he's doing, his other 17 jobs, to make me a freaking wheelchair. Miss Beadle is finding out Laura's not doing her homework, hasn't finished her map, so I've interfered
Right.
with her job. I've ruined Laura's job. I've messed with this poor guy Jason, who's done nothing wrong, has no idea what's even happening. Pa now is involved. Doc Baker's involved. Nels, Harry. Is there anyone else whose day I have not trashed here simply by saying I can't walk?
So, yeah, no, you've destroyed the whole town with
Yes.
this.
I ruined everything
so
for everybody.
One of the moments I thought was wonderful is, and we're sort of jumping all over the place right now, but they're after that scene where you manipulate Laura into doing your homework and so on, and she leaves, and I'll see you later today. And the second the door closes, you are pulling the blanket back and scratching your
Yep.
feet because you've got an
Yep.
itch.
Because my
And
feet
so
are not
if the
numb.
audience had any doubt
Right.
up to that point as to what was happening, everybody knows you're
That's
a
right.
liar at this point as you're watching. And now it's just like you're watching this thinking, how far is she going
That's
to
right.
take this?
So now, Pamela, as a very young person watching this, was that when it kicked? Because like many people kicked it. Oh, she's faking right away. But very young children, other people might not have known
Young
it was
children
faking. But when I
didn't-
said, "Oh, thank God,
Yeah.
she's gone. Let me rub
Yeah.
my feet that totally work."
No, it's
and
a
are itchy."
definite.
Did you
when you're
freak?
little and you're watching it, you definitely think she's
You believe.
paralyzed. You might
Oh,
suspect,
no.
okay, she's milking this a little, because Nellie's being Nellie.
Because
But-
she's who
but
she
the
is.
Doc
moment,
Baker's
the
already
reveal
said
where
there's
she
nothing
actually,
in me, and-
as soon as Laura leaves and she gets her feet and she starts rubbing her feet, and no, it's a definite like, oh no.
Were you
Yes.
horrified?
It's
Of course. I mean, it's just like-
horrifying. It's
Well, it
so
just
evil.
cements how horrible a human being Nellie
listen,
is.
And listen,
so
this
bad.
is why. Okay, this is why I have beef with the Return of Nellie episode, because what she does in this episode is so horribly, truly, pathologically evil. And then when she
Yeah,
returns
yeah.
back years later to her good old buddy Laura, and they end up just hugging and laughing and haha, remember when I used to torture you? Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, bullshit. Like, this is not something you recover from. Like, you do not recover from this. This is a permanent no.
And
This is a
music box. Oh my god, the
No,
mud fight.
I mean, and even the mud fight, you can understand
You can forgive
someone like
that.
we were kids and it was stupid.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is on a level of like never again.
You're destroying someone's
yes.
life. Yeah.
This is not something
Yeah.
you laugh and chuckle about 10 years later.
My family was very impressed. Like, my friends didn't really watch the show, but I remember my family was very impressed with this episode.
It's
They were like,
genius.
"Good
It's
job."
genius.
You were really, really
Okay.
good.
The entire time, listen, every little second that you're watching this, I'm going, woo! I'm like having a good time through the entire thing. I'm going, and now I'm going to eat chocolates, and now I shall throw
You
them
must
all
have been so psyched
Oh,
when
and
you
that
got the
wasn't
script.
scripted. I mean, it was that I was eating the bonbons, and then it was like she just shoves them, and I went with.
It's so good. It's so good.
Now, I want just to pick a little piece of trivia here. So after that scene, Laura runs to the mill, and she goes into the mill and says, "Carl, where's my dad? Or do you know where my dad is?" Well, Carl was Carl Pitty. Carl Pitty had been in the business for years and years and years, had been in Zorro, Carl was one of the premier, even at that stage in his life. Do you remember Days of Heaven? Just the abysmal, horrible.
Yes, very slow.
Very slow. But there's a shot in Days of Heaven, and I believe this was Carl, where Chris Christopherson is cracking a whip. And they shot this like 300 times. And it's Carl Pitty doing the whip crack. And they shot him, I think. And so Carl was an institution in that sort of special Western trickery, trick roping, whip work, all of that stuff. Carl was part of Little House atmosphere forever. His daughter worked as atmosphere on the program.
We had so many kids in school or children.
Right.
I mean, it's just, and Carl was just as good and decent and kind a man. And no one realized that this was really this was like one of the great professionals in the industry doing the particular things that he did. No one did them better than Carl did.
Randomly all the time.
Yeah, and he was there every day, driving wagons in the church, whatever. He was
Probably
always
told that lady how to work that whip, not kill the horse.
Of course,
was there doing that.
Probably, yeah.
All right, we should take a break.
So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. And so Laura goes to the mill, and she says, "Can I help her?" and so on. And all Pa wants to know is she didn't blame you.
Right.
She didn't blame you for all this, right? No, she was very nice about it. Okay, so exactly. So that evil thing is being repressed in favor of manipulation.
Right. She's taken it all on herself. My plan has worked. I knew that she was prone to these episodes of terrible guilt and taking everything personally, and I went for it, and she took it all on herself. She didn't even rat me out.
Let's take a break, and then we will continue with Bunny.
When you visit Simi Valley, California, you're stepping into the pages of history. Go from the pioneers to the presidents. Explore beautiful wildflowers, hike through iconic Hollywood locations, and end your day aboard the actual Air Force One at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum. Throughout the summer, take the Little House 50th Anniversary Tour at Big Sky Movie Ranch. Less than 15 minutes from Los Angeles and 30 minutes from Universal Studios, Simi Valley has small-town charm with big-time history. Go to visitsimivalley.com for more information. We are so grateful to visitsimivalley.com for their commitment to presenting the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast.
Okay, we're back after a long discussion about, my God, there's a lot going on in this episode.
Did we miss anything?
There's so much going on in this episode. It is hard to keep track. It is hard to keep track.
So we will start now with Act 3, which is Laura's late for supper again. She's been staying late with Nellie, actually doing her homework for her, but no, she's not telling anyone that.
Make the letters like I make them, so she won't know it's your writing.
Also, Laura is also taking care of Bunny because she has taken Bunny because Mrs. Oleson has threatened to shoot Bunny, And Laura knew
sanctuary for Bunny.
Justice for Bunny, you guys. My God, justice for Bunny.
For Bunny.
So Laura actually has Bunny and is taking care of Bunny to save Bunny. But, you know, the Ingalls are like, dude, you can't keep doing this. Like, you're coming home
you can't
late.
keep doing
This is insane. You are failing school. You can't do that.
Oh, what? But doesn't Ma say, show me your
map for geography? And yes, I will. But then it's not done yet. Please don't tell Pa. I'll stay up all night. I'll fix it. I'll do whatever.
And remember being a little kid and just the psychology of children and knowing that she is carrying this burden on her 24/7 at the sake of her own self, and it's so much for a little child. I mean, Nellie's evil. There's no two ways about it. She's so evil.
Look at her smiling gleefully. Yes,
so nice.
I've done my job.
Especially when a kid says, like, don't tell, you know, mom or dad. Like, please don't tell mom or dad. I mean, that is an act of desperation for a child to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
So we're back to the Olsons now, and this is an important moment where Willie's up around, and
one of my favorite.
Incredible.
It's
scene.
great. So talk about this scene. This is a wonderful scene, and it's great. This is like classic. You first threaten him, and then you blackmail him, basically, or you.
Is this where I'm playing with the doll? I'm talking to my doll again.
Yes.
I'm talking to the doll.
By the way, creepy doll. Horribly creepy doll.
That creepy
spooky dog and that clearly comes alive at night and terrorizes the town. It is one of those dolls.
And it was the weird crap I'm saying to the doll. Was that in the script, or did I ad-lib that? I don't know where. And then we're going to go to France, and we're going to. I'm talking to this doll. It was weird. It was a weird scene. And then the brilliant Willie arrives
and discovers that she indeed is
and
not
discovers
really
you up. How did you get out of bed? He asks. I mean, how did you do that?
As soon as he comes in, the speed with which I jump over the bed and run to the door and manage to shut the door,
slam the door, so
blow out the candle, and get him in a chokehold and gag him at the same time, all at once in one move with a broken arm. Thank you.
Yeah, I was never aware of the broken arm. Never aware of the broken arm.
Right. And I don't know how the hell we didn't spend a lot of time blocking this. I just knew. We went, okay, I have to do all, okay. And just suddenly, I've got him. And it's like, how the hell did I just do all that? I don't even know how the hell I did all that. But I've got him gagged. And then did not tell. And I love how he's always,
and then you take it. Yeah. And the fact is, Willie is down. Willie is down as long as he gets something out of it, which is
he's fine. He's
if she shares some of her goods with him, he's down for the fraud.
Yeah, I want candy.
Well, you tried two strategies, both of which would have worked. First, they won't believe you. They'll believe me.
Believe you.
But then you go a step farther to cement the deal, and you're going to give him candy and chocolate, whatever.
And then fine, anything you want. Whatever I get, you get. We get. And so, yes, we commune on this. This is a very disturbing scene. Pamela, you may have even picked up on this. It's pretty disturbing. I mean, yes, it's blackmail, it's threats, then blackmail, and the speed which I gagged that poor child. But again, creepy. I've got him in a really frightening hold. I've got my hand over his mouth, and I tell him, they won't believe you. So conjures horrifying pictures of child abuse and people telling the victim, if you tell mom and dad, won't believe you.
They won't believe
anyway.
you. They'll believe you. Yeah,
it's bad.
Because you lie more than I do was your
you lie more than I do. Right. It's so awful. I could have just gagged him and said, look, don't tell anybody and I'll give you candy. But no. They wrote in all this really creepy stuff about don't tell mom and dad, I'll tell them you're lying and they'll believe me. Oh, that's awful. That's really bad. And yet I said it and I did it. And
that's like therapy stuff
for
real.
There. For real.
For real. I mean, that's like life-changing kinds of stuff.
very bad.
Yeah.
And, you know, not to go there, but it's not like, hello, I did know. I mean, as we know, you read the book. So I'm like, this is bad. Wow. Yeah, this is probably really bad. But, and then we are going to split the
Clearly,
candy
he does not have the best
we're good.
moral compass, because he is very
Oh my
clearly
God.
ready.
There's no moral
He is
compass.
ready to get
Yes.
the stuff, and damned be everyone
So,
else.
but my evil plan clearly has like stages. Now I got to get rid of Jason. Now I got to take care of this. Oh, got to take care of the Willie problem. Okay,
Done.
that's solved.
So then
Yeah, no,
Laura comes back again for another visit, probably to do her
Yes.
homework.
Yes. Yes.
And when she
Well, she's coming back saying, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
I can't keep doing this. And which
Okay,
you
got
then
in
you sort
trouble.
of feign like fatigue and
I'm getting faint. Oh, I know, that was insane. What? On top of all of this, now I'm going, I need another
your
pill.
listening sympathy. You know, it's just like, oh my God, what
But
a
again,
master
Doc
manipulator.
Baker is also there, and he's trying to do the good old needle prick again. And this
Right.
time, she has absolutely every excuse in the book not to have him do
Right.
this to her, and she wins.
I've got a good thing going, and maybe I can't pull that thing
Right.
off twice where I
Right.
fake the meal thing.
Right. What
And
if I feel it
if
this
I-
time? Yeah.
If I crack, then this whole show's over, and it's going
Yeah,
so well.
and Mrs. Olsen is down for it also, like, oh, doctor, don't do it to her. She doesn't
Don't-
want
don't
it. And he's
upset
like,
the child.
okay.
I know she'll back.
That's
I
classic
know
Mrs.
she'll back
Olsen,
me.
by the way. Don't
But
upset
also,
the child.
it's so interesting how Doc Baker's also like, okay, and he just doesn't do it.
Okay, yeah, right. No, exactly. I'll be back in a few
And
days.
I know that she will back me up and he will
Right.
go for it. I see, that's the thing. Nellie knows too much about all these people. She's going, well, this will be easy. I mean, that's the creepy
Right.
part.
So then Laura comes in and she's like, I'm failing. You got an A, but I am failing. I can't really do this. And then you pull the, I'm dizzy, I can't. And then Laura freaks out again.
Oh, having one myself.
Okay. Then Nels comes to Pa and says, can you fix up
Right.
this old
Fix
wheelchair?
a wheelchair.
Which again,
So we're
horrifying.
dragging him into this BS and ruining his day.
Yeah, and also the fact that they're making a wheelchair means officially, oh, she ain't gonna walk no more. This is a done deal.
Right.
Like, this is not gonna get better, which is horrifying.
The scene
Right.
in the barn when Laura comes in and he shoots through the hole in the back of the chair.
Uh-huh.
And you see Laura's face, and she goes, but she's going to walk, but she's going to get better. She doesn't need a wheelchair. Why are you yanking a wheelchair? She doesn't need a wheelchair. She's going to get better. Well, Laura. Oh
Horrible.
my God, that's horrible.
Horrible. Okay, and then she's like, no, she's gonna walk, she's gonna walk, she's gonna walk, and she runs back into the house.
She has to
because
walk.
she always
Yeah,
runs
right.
when there's a problem. Run it off, girl. The cardio that Laura Ingalls got in Little House on the Prairie was fantastic. Okay. So, where are we now? So,
Where are we back? You're
So
tracking.
the wheelchair is fixed,
Yes.
right? And then
Clean
feet.
Pa's
Beautiful
loading it
chair.
up. By the way, the
I have a
cue
replica.
It's a
of it in
lovely
my
chair.
house.
the cue that David Rose wrote during the scene where Laura gets so upset was it was not the norm. That David did not normally write sort of piano lead kind of stuff. It was a really beautiful sort of troubled cue that he wrote there. There was some
yes,
really
but
nice
in
stuff
contrast with the psycho music of the horror movie that we are watching with Nellie, the dun, dun, dun,
Yeah. So it had a percussive quality to it.
So good.
Yeah.
The evil Darth Vader
It's
Nellie
so
theme. It was
evil.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now Nellie's
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
fitted in her chair. She loves her chair, wheelie chair.
Except when that idiot Doc Baker says, you can use the other arm. And I want to go, remember the skateboarding accident? No, I actually cannot.
So no, but there's a scene before that. Pa's fixed the wheelchair, and he wants her to go on a picnic. She can't go because she's working
Yep.
so hard. She's
Laura,
doing
right.
homework. Yeah. And now we're back at the Olsons, and Doc Baker
Lovely
puts
chair.
her in the chair, and she
I should
can't
have done
quite.
it
She
from the
could
chair.
do one. She could do one armed on the. She goes around in circles,
I
basically.
go in circles because this.
Yeah,
this
it was
arm
great.
isn't quite doing it really. I got. So yeah,
So,
And
yes,
then-
go on.
I have to take care of the store. Was it then? When does Mrs. Olsen literally try to leave?
So
Yeah.
that's when you tell her that she should go and thank Mr. Ingalls
For the chair, for the beautiful, beautiful chair.
for the chair.
Because I'm so nice, you must go thank him.
Yes.
And then when she says, "I leave it," yes, I can take care of the store. You're in a
In your
freaking wheelchair.
nightgown.
And then in my nightgown and slippers in a chair.
But people
I'll ask
the
people
things
to
that I
get
can't get from the chair.
they'll get things off the chair. You're in your nightie and you just got put in a wheelchair. You're not gonna take care. You're not gonna do anything, and we all know it. You're gonna lock the doors. You're not gonna take care of the damn store.
And you get up and dance a jig when your mother goes out the door.
And she says, "Yes, of course I will go. Yes, you can man the store." And so Mrs. Oleson leaves, and the second she's out of the door, Nellie is up and dancing and jumping,
dancing.
Something like that. I mean, I read the direction was more, so I went with the jig and really got those.
The jig
up,
is good.
Well, yeah, no, it's great because you're so like your muscles are probably
tired.
Like, you feel like I'm festering here because I can't move. So you get up and do something extreme.
Bonbons.
Yes,
I mean,
life is hard. Life is very hard for you. So Mrs. Oleson goes to the Ingalls, like she's saying she's going to, and sees Bunny.
The horse.
Bunny is there.
And is she not wearing the check dress like the lady in the Wizard of Oz, when she goes to collect Toto? Mrs. Gulch, when Mrs. Gulch goes to get Toto in the black and white dress and the hat and the through the barn thing. Oh no, there's that animal I've come, and she's got the freaking Toto basket. She's wearing the dress. She's got the bloody Toto basket. They're doing the Wizard of Oz blatantly in your face that she's Mrs. Gulch come for Toto in this scene. I saw it like
And you're absolutely right. And Laura
evil.
clocks us, and she's like, "You are not taking this horse." And she jumps on the horse and she runs away.
I love that. I love that. This is sort of the movie magic of that. She's on the ground. What is she like? What, 4'2" or something at that point? And she's suddenly springing into the saddle and galloping out. It's like, how is she doing that?
She was a scrappy.
You don't think about that. She's just in the saddle and out she goes.
Scrappy little girl.
Yeah.
And she's galloping away, and that's the end of Act 3. And this is where we're coming into that moment where everything turns.
Icon
status. This is the greatest moment of my or anyone else's life, apparently.
Okay, so Laura rides the horse into town. She goes to the Olsen's house. She sees through.
Like, why would she go to the
I don't know why
Olsen's
she goes
house?
there. It is bizarre.
Well, does she come maybe for Nellie's help? Tell your
Sure,
mother.
That's right.
Sure.
Don't kill the
Let's
horse.
go with
Right.
that.
Because I'm such a good friend.
Yeah.
I'm such a good friend.
You'll save the horse, right? She sees through the window
taking care of me.
Nellie doing the waltz with her creepy, creepy doll that comes alive at night and terrorizes Walnut Grove.
Where's my creepy doll? I have a
doll
creepy doll.
is insane. The doll is so terrifying. Okay, so Laura now knows that this little
everybody
bee,
knows everything
has been
now.
faking from the very beginning. Also, quick thinking on Laura's part.
Rage this girl would feel. The rage she would feel.
Yeah.
Because she's adding up everything. Jason, the homework, the thing, the chores, all of it.
The suffering she's gone through for weeks on
the
this.
pain when she saw the wheelchair, all the terrible things she's put herself through, and then the little bitch is dancing in her nightie with a doll.
So
She
decides,
which is so great because she's absolutely clear that something is due here. So there's no hesitation.
No.
There's no ambiguity about it for her.
And
it's
the
payback time.
And the audience must be okay. So Pamela, as a young girl, were you at this point as the audience going, "Oh my God, kill her! Do something! Oh my God! It's so bad! It's so bad! Do something terrible to this awful person who has just done this terrible thing." Yes. Okay.
Yes, because it's so intense. It's just so intense. Okay, so Laura then knocks on the door, knockety knock. And Nellie jumps back into her chair. This is always a pet peeve of mine. Ready? You jump back into the chair and your nightgown gets caught on your foot. So it's taut. And Nellie walks in and the nightgown is taut on your, because it's stuck on your foot.
We should have cut and said nightgown's on your foot.
It's just a stupid thing. It is unimportant in the grand scheme of things, but on the micro things, I'm like, get the nightgown off of
that
the foot.
Should have been cut.
Does it bother you too? Because it bothers me.
It does, right? It's crazy because we should have cut and just jump in the chair again because we screwed up the nightgown.
Agreed.
Well, look, I think the moment was the moment was terrific. I mean, I think are, as an audience, you're just racing with this.
Yes.
Something's going to happen now.
You just want to keep going. You're like
I said, in the grand scheme of things, it does not matter. But
no, it does.
I think that's what happened with Michael. He went to hell with a nightgown. She's about to take her out.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's just a little tiny detail that has always slightly irritated me, and it makes me feel good that it irritated you too, Alison, so that I'm not the only weirdo out here looking at these little details.
I'm thinking Michael just went, and look, it's like real life. It's like that would happen in real life. Fine, let's just poof.
But the reason why it bugs me is that because if she was paralyzed and couldn't move, her nightgown couldn't possibly be that
never would be
way.
there.
So that's a give immediately.
Right,
of course.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, doesn't matter. We're fine. We're good. We'll go with it.
But, on the other hand, look, Pamela, we know. Laura knows.
Which is why it doesn't matter. It's just sloppy on for Nellie. It's a sloppy mistake. It's a sloppy mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
So Laura, being the ever rascally rascal she is,
oh my God,
devises her own.
Very vengeful,
rightfully so vengeful. I mean,
vengeful girl.
Decides, Nellie, let's go outside for a walk.
Let's go for a walk. Yeah.
But I have to stay here and take care of this girl. No, there you go. Now and then, continuity question: how the hell does she get me down the stairs?
Well, that's a yes. This is before ADA ramps were everywhere, and we don't think about that.
So funny. The nightgown detail bothers me, but that never bothered me. That was like a thing that I never picked up on. It just was
it went right
by me.
Nobody knew.
But you were right. There were stairs. How did she get down the stairs?
How would she have gotten out? Yeah,
magic. It's a flying wheelchair. Pa was very talented.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, so
I love. So they're sort of out walking, and Laura throws in. It must feel so good to get out. I love that. I mean, she's really like this is some wonderful moments between the two of you, where the audience is just like rooting for something to happen now.
Yes,
and I start to get suspicious. But why are you acting funny?
It's your voice.
Why are you acting funny? Yeah.
I know something, but my plan may be going awry. Oh no!
So she gets to the top of the big hill and goes, "Oof! I need a rest. I love it. Then we see Mrs. Oleson from the perspective. Go on. You describe this, Alison. You'll do it better than I will.
Clear because we go up that hill. Now we have the picture. I'm in the chair, antique chair, with the ringlets and the thing, and she's with her dark hair and little braids and dress. Now, many people have made the joke, oh, whatever happened to Baby Jane?
Right.
Like Betty Davis is in the chair and Joan Crawford is pushing it. Ha, ha, ha. Now, Melissa and I had both at various times, late night, there was no cable, but at 3 a.m. they showed late night movies. We'd seen it. We knew the movie. But the whole freaking crew knew the movie, and some of them had, worked on it. Larry Germain was Betty Davis's hairdresser. That was his first job in Hollywood, was shampooing Betty Davis. So the crew were all of the age to know whatever happened to Baby Jane very, very, very well, and either worked on it or had a friend who worked on it, or they all worked extensively with Joan Crawford and Betty Davis many times. Marilyn Monroe and all these other people. So no secret. So yes, for the people going, did you get the joke? Yes, we got the joke. I knew the joke when I was in the chair, and the whole crew, as she's getting me up the hill, we're going, oh my God, oh look, it's whatever happened to Baby Jane. Oh, look, but Blanche now is pushed in the chair, and Jane's in the chair. Look at Betty Davis is in the chair. Brr. Larry Germain, so mornings when he did my wig, would hand me an unlit cigarette and have me go, what a dump. And then say, you can go have breakfast. We were in on, yes, it looks like Betty Davis, because the guy, Larry, who designed the wig, was Betty Davis's hairdresser for years. His first job in Hollywood, you have to give Betty Davis a shampoo, and he got all the shampoo and conditioner, and she said, I'll just rinse it out in the sink with some Dreft. And she was awesome. And so, yes. So, did the wig look like Betty Davis? Yes, it did. Was that on purpose? Yes, apparently. Did we know it looked like whatever happened to Baby Jane? Hell yes. So, that's established. So, we're at the top of the hill, and it was lovely up there. And I was looking down at that point going, am I taking this whole hill? That's going to be kind of rough. Okay. And we're getting ready to do this. And yes, and I'm like, you seem to be nervous. Well, with your homework and mine. And she's going on, I realize something has gone wrong. That she is caught on, I am in some kind of trouble. And then she said, oh, look, it's your mother here. And I'm like, what?
Mrs.
And
Olsen,
as she pulls up, I'm sure she wants to see you, Mrs. Olson up here, because Laura has now struck the mother lode. She is going to get a revenge on Nellie and Mrs. Olson at the same time, because she's going to be there when she ditches me down there. Yes! And the audience, how happy were you as an audience member that Mrs. Olson was now?
Oh, of course. It's awesome.
But the best line is Mrs. Olson says, what does she say? What are you doing with that filthy animal?
Laura Ingalls! What have you done with
filthy
that filthy animal?
And Laura says, Nellie, your mother's looking for you. Your mother wants you.
She doesn't say where's the horse. This is Michael Landon humor. This is Michael Landon humor. Great Michael Landon humor. She doesn't say where's the horse, where's Bunny, where's the animal. She says, what have you done with that filthy animal? And she says, your mother wants you. And everyone in America laughed their butt off. Yes. How hard did you laugh?
Amazing. I mean, this whole thing. When I say like this episode is iconic, like blah blah blah. Literally, this episode is in like the zeitgeist of all of American television. Like it is a Smithsonian worthy episode. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know why the Nellie wig is not in the Smithsonian, but this is the iconic, this is the episode that even if you don't know Little House on the Prairie, you know this episode. Right. This is the one. This is it.
I think that, Alison, you probably have a take on this, but I'm going to say this was an episode for Michael writing this episode where all the things that drove his humor and his humor was so this way. So he wrote all of this in, and this was such a smart script.
Yes, that's why I loved it. We're getting this is funny stuff. This is clever.
It's funny, it's smart, it's manipulative, it's all that. I bet he had I bet he did
too, especially because he knew he had the actors that could do it
to make this work.
The
no,
best.
I mean, my God, you killed this.
Yes.
And I was in absolute Miss Piggy hog heaven. And okay, so she pushes the chair. Now, the question, is it the stunt woman? Oh my God, what is happening? So, first the chair, with me, a big steel cable. And I remember double checking that going, is
there really a cable? Yeah.
And I look, are you sure about this? And they push it, and I start to go down, which was kind of terrifying for me. Steel cable held. I was like, okay, I'm glad the steel cable. So it stops. I get out of the chair. Then, extremely talented, brilliant stunt woman, bravest person on earth, got up as me, gets in that chair and goes bangity, 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 bang, hits bottom and flies into the air, somersault, midair, hits the water. Did they have Emmys for stunts? Why did we not have an Emmy for stunts? This woman should have an Emmy for stunts.
We have the actor awards for that now.
So when we see the chair going down the actual hill, that is the stunt woman actually going down that hill?
She goes down the hill. There's a shot from the back that looks like a dummy.
Yeah, that's from the back. It's a dummy.
Where it's really, really rocky and dangerous. Where it's like, dummy from the back.
No, but the one where she flips into the water, that is her.
But that's the stunt woman sailing through the freaking air. I don't know how the hell she did that. I was like, oh my God, lady. So she does that. Then the trick is I now have to come up spitting. But they also need some footage, a close-up of me in the chair going down the hill, and we can't do that because we have her and will kill me if we don't. So they take me over to the little house. And the big slope, like next to the little house, which is a hill, is longer but much less steep. And they get me up and put me in the chair.
Now, is this the run down the hill?
No, this is the close-up. This is the close-up of her screaming.
No, I understand, but the location where you did that was that the running down the hill?
No, that's across.
Okay,
so this was the road.
So this is literally next to the little house because it's smooth, no rocks, no trees, no mustard growing. You can actually get a chair down without killing someone.
Got it.
And and cameras on a track, and it's a technological wonder. They're doing the whole thing, and they put me in. Now remember, although it is safe, because it's not that hill. There's no seatbelt. There's no restraints of any kind. I am in a nightgown, underwear, bedroom slippers, and a broken arm, hanging on in an 1800s antique wheelchair, and they just kind of go. And down this slope with the guys on the camera track going, go, 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 filming this. And they're like laughing so hard. They're falling over trying to shoot this. And then they decided to do it again. They did it a couple of times. So I'm like having a heart. I'm going, because I can hear my like teeth are rattling every time it like hits her. I'm going, and there's no seatbelt. I'm sliding out of the chair in the 90s. So I'm like, holy crap, I'm going to die. So I'm screaming. And at one point to decide I'm not scared enough. So the guys yell, the rope broke, because they had a decided to steer it. And they decided to tell me the rope broke. Now, I didn't really need that because my butt was sliding out of the chair and I was going to fall and be crushed with the camera truck and the thing and die anyway that way. So I was already frightened, thank you. And so I scream and you can see my voices because I'm like,
remember we had a still during our live podcast event of that moment where you could very clearly see the braces.
Because it was crazy. So I survived that and then go back to the pond, and this is all over multiple days. I don't know what order they shot anything in anymore. Who knows? It took days. But we get to the pond. Now I've fallen into the pond. So I'm in the pond, but I got to come up spitting. So we're in the pond. Now, remember, I have a real cast.
Oh, right.
And it's plaster. You can't get it wet.
Remember
you had to put a trash bag on when you took a shower.
So they wrapped it up. Wow.
So they said, oh, wait, what do we do? So Dr. Baker cast comes off. My real cast. Trash bag, white trash bag, is wrapped very thoroughly around, and then tape and rubber bands and crap. So it is sealed up in a trash bag, like when one takes a shower with the cast. You have to put the trash bag on it. Then the Doc Baker boards and ace bandages go over that. And my sleeve comes down to here, so you don't see the trash bag up here, and you just see the Doc Baker, but there is a big plastic white trash bag keeping the plaster dry under that. And then I'm standing there, and I'm already wet, and I'm standing in the pond. You remember the pond by the mill? That was not clean.
Yeah.
There's algae and things.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's grotesque. It's not meant
a mess,
for swimming.
yeah.
And this is when Michael Landon turns to me and says, "Do you have a swimming pool at your apartment?" And I said, no, we do not. And he said, well, after this, you can swim in your toilet. Which was pretty accurate.
Yeah, no, it was nasty.
And you had to get your hair, you had to dunk your head in it too, because your whole head.
Yeah, so I sat.
You had to get
it's only a
completely...
couple of feet. Not very deep. It's not very deep, obviously.
Right.
So it'd be like maybe almost.
No, but the
deep,
stunt woman went
so
fully in, so you have to be wet.
She went fully in.
Yes.
So I sat down in the muck and the mire, in my nightie and underwear, in the mire and the sand,
and stood up.
And then I went down like I've done so many times in that show, getting wet. I did dunk my whole face in and head completely into this disgusting, very smelly, unpleasant water, and got some in my mouth because that happens. And came up going, scream in the water and the goo and the algae just coming down and it's lovely. It's so lovely. It's such a lovely moment. And then Catherine McGregor, again, greatest moment in anyone's career. Catherine McGregor says, "It's Nellie, it's a miracle," and falls off the horse.
Faints.
Yeah, she falls out of the wagon. Yeah, out of the carriage.
Whoop!
Yeah.
And it's
great.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's just, and people wait for that. People will watch that clip over and over and over again. It's a miracle. And they just they cheer and applaud and scream. They will watch.
Epic. But wait, that's not the end. Surprisingly.
Oh no, and you think
Another favorite scene. Because we go back, then it's time has passed. Everyone, somehow they've all recovered. I don't know. Everybody goes, our lives were ruined for like 3 weeks, but now.
Yep. So now we're back and Laura's talking to Nels.
And nobody's suing Doc Baker, and none of these people are suing us for ruining their lives.
And Laura, I mean, big ups for Laura because she says to Nels, Nels admits, Nellie has done some
but I'm glad she's all right.
And Nels is like, she has done some mean things, but this one, holy moly. And Laura was the one that was like...
So it's acknowledged that this was over the top. It is acknowledged that
and
this was
Laura is the one that pacified it and said, I'm just glad that she's okay. And that's when Nels is like, the horse is yours, girly girl.
Yeah,
you deserve this horse. Take the horse back. This is insane. So karma has come around for everybody.
Everything works, and she gets her boyfriend. Laura goes and gets her Jason and goes fishing.
Yes.
She got her boyfriend back. She got her horse back. Nels is like, forget it. That the girl's insane. I don't know what happened, and we're just going to pretend none of this took place. We're done.
But the episode ends with Nellie.
Well, the breakdown. This colossal breakdown.
Because Nellie clocks Laura and Jason talking once again outside of her
Boo Radley.
Yes.
Right. One more time. Boo Radley.
And you have the breakdown of all breakdowns. The creepy, creepy doll is smashed on the wall. She starts smashing, throwing things, thrashing things. She starts
Everything. I
hitting
hate you, Laura.
her dollhouse with the
Laura
mallet,
Ingalls.
which also is a classic Willie scene where he comes in and says,
Oh,
why are you doing
is
that?
the best line. Yeah. Don't wreck that.
Girl
It's
stuff.
girl
So
stuff.
what? I can sell it. My God.
This scene.
My God. Who are these people?
That is so
magic.
Michael. That's so Michael's humor. Oh my God.
And Jonathan,
he nailed
Jonathan
it.
rewrote the dialogue and got away with it again. So I go into this room, and our beautiful prop men take me aside and say, now, here's what you're going to do, because you're going to go nuts and you're going to wreck the room and you're going to be throwing everything. And I'm going to go, and you start here and then you wind up over there. And they have a very, very light balsa wood doll house and a big hairbrush so they can got it. They said, now, as you go through the room and wreck things, and they would pick up various objects. Say, now this is totally plaster. It's a reproduction. You can throw this and break it. We have 4 more in the back. And then they picked and said, this is an actual antique from the prop department. Don't even touch it. Here. These are books. They're fine. They won't break. You can throw them across the room. They'll be fine. And tear, you pull it. No, don't tear down this drape. Okay, here. And they went through every single thing in the room and said, you can break this. Don't break this. Don't touch this. You can totally break this. You can break this. You can break 10 of these. We got more. And showed me what I could break, what I could throw, what not break. So I had to remember in the middle of chaos and insane breakdown. Oh yeah, that's the antique. Don't touch that. Okay.
Right,
and
right.
which things I could break and which things I couldn't. And I think we did it twice. So it was insane.
Seriously.
At least part
did
of it.
it twice?
That's where they had a couple. It was more than once. We didn't.
So they had to reset the room so you could start again.
Yeah.
Oh my!
That's why
God.
he said, "Don't touch this. Don't touch that." We have another.
Wow.
When I watched it yesterday, I was like, "Oh my God, that's so funny!" Is that you throw the doll against the wall, but it doesn't break, her head doesn't smash. So then you'd pick up the doll again and throw her again, and that's when the head smashes over. You're like, "Oh no, this doll is gonna die, whether you like it or not."
That was on the list.
Yeah.
Break, damn it. I'm going to break that. So, yeah, you see me kind of go, nothing. Go through it, smash. And oh my God, you're on that set and you're a kid and you're told, don't break the props, don't touch the antiques, please don't touch this, please don't break this. And they just told me to go break everything in the room. You know how happy I was. So I'm smashing. And then the dollhouse is like, woo, do. Now, I should tell you weird things. I'm going, I'll get you, Laura. I'll
fix
get you.
I'll fix you, yeah.
I have seen this. I'll
Laura.
fix you, Laura Ingalls. I have seen this sequence in France 8 million times. So I'll fix you. Didn't completely translated. Not quite. Doesn't have the same meaning. So it's not. So toure, but it's toure, which is kill. So I'm actually saying, I will kill you, Laura Ingalls. I'm going, no wonder they think I'm even worse in France and are like totally obsessed because I'm apparently a homicidal maniac in France. So I'm going, I'll kill you, because that translates more in the intent. So then the beautiful Jonathan Gilbert comes in and he's totally freaked out. And remember, Jonathan didn't read the script, so he was always surprised by whatever was happening next. So he knew his lines, he knew generally what was happening, but had no idea what the hell I was going to do. So I'm trying to, and I go, get out with the hairbrush. And he has this thing, and I can sell it, which he can. Hysterical.
Hilarious.
Great.
And then
Great read.
I'm like, get out. And he does that look, and his eyes are like saucers, and I'm just going to, and he just spins and runs. And it's like, great. And then cut, and Michael's like, cut, print, yeah. And Mary Yerke says, whoa, we missed a line. And he says, I'm sorry. She said, we missed a line. He goes, what do you mean missed a line? She said, he had another line. He didn't say it. What do you mean he didn't say it? She had the script. See, after, and then I can sell it. And then he says, and Michael goes, like, it wasn't really needed. Clearly, everything that happened. And then Michael said, I'm sorry, but if she was coming at me with that hairbrush the way she just did, I wouldn't hang out and say more things. I would run. I think his instincts are correct, and he left at the right time, and I wouldn't still be there if I saw her coming at me with that hairbrush.
Sure.
I would be gone. He's right. Strike it.
Brilliant.
Jonathan Gilbert,
Brilliant.
master.
And so that's how it ends. She has the little what is it, porcelain thing of a black horse, and she's looking out the window and looking at it, going, "I'll fix you, Laura Ingalls. I'll fix you." And then
it's like a new point of Laura. I think.
Yep. And then that's it. Except the end title card says next week.
Continued next week.
The race.
I did not throw the horsey. I wanted to throw the horsey, but Michael Landon, javelin, discus champion thrower, right? Great arm, great in softball. So he also, it was Friday, end of the day, and he needed to throw something at somebody. You know, you're having a rough week. It's like, give me that horse. And so he said, I got him. And I was like, awesome. We all watched in awe as he wound up and took direct aim at this little teeny, it's a mini needlepoint. You remember, it was only about yay big.
Wow.
And all the way, he's all the way across the set.
Wow.
And he's like, took aim, and that horse went doing dead center of the needlepoint thing and smashed perfectly because Michael threw it and he knew how to do that.
The end of Bunny, Dean's favorite episode of all time.
Yeah, no, it's really
it is. Isn't that crazy? Because you kept hearing about this cockamamie thing, and you thought you'd seen it because you kept seeing clips of it and pictures of it, and everybody's talking about it, and everybody's showing clips of it.
We've talked about it endlessly.
And we've talked about it endlessly. And we've been on panels and at fan things where they go, so when you went down the hill in the wheelchair, and you've heard all the...
those key moments are always talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and people say, and there are people say, oh, Little House, I go, where I go down the hill in the wheelchair. Oh, that show. It's like, oh my God. It's the thing. So you've been inundated to the point you were like, come on, stop talking about that damn silly episode. What is going on?
I won't do that anymore.
But now you've seen it. So you see what the fuss is about.
Yeah, totally. No, I totally get it. And it's all deserved. And I just like, okay, maybe it is the favorite one of all time, maybe.
I mean, it's one of several favorite ones, but yes, it's up there. It's up there, Dean.
I mean, there are favorites for different reasons, and this is definitely for you.
Yes,
this is
best of Nellie, number one,
pinnacle, top of the line, and
yes.
we've just done a really great episode for you, but this was so defining for you. This was just awesome.
Defining for the rest of your life. I mean, isn't it weird to know that this is like it's thing that has defined your entire rest of your life after this episode?
When I wrote the memoir, there's an entire chapter called the wheelchair scene. There's a website because everyone's like, why do I have to tell that I have to like right here's what did because everyone asks, and I did enjoy doing every single minute from the plexiglass shield in front of my face to face down in the bond to breaking the things in the room, the bonbons of it. Yes, I cannot recall a single day of filming of this that I was not having the most fun.
Oh my God, how great.
Human should be allowed to have.
Yeah, totally. Well, we're gonna do the race, and we're gonna do the race right away.
Yeah, we have to next. Yes. And we'll talk more about Alison's experience with this on Patreon. I am sure, I am positive that's what we're about to do. So if you want more,
more not riding a horse.
If you want more, join us on Patreon. But that's it. That's it for today, guys. We did it. We finally did it. Dean, you done it. You done it, buddy boy.
Awesome. No, it's great.
You guys, thank you for being with us. Join us on our website, littlehouse50podcast.com. Our socials, littlehouse50podcast. Oh, I forgot. I've been forgetting to say this, but I'm going to say it again. Like and subscribe, baby. Like and subscribe. And give us a 5-star rating. How about it? On Apple, you can give us wonderful reviews. We'd really appreciate it. And, my God, I have to, decompress now after Nellie Evil for so much Nellie Evil, but it's so good. All right, guys, that's it. Bob, get the wig. We'll see ya. Let's go down the wheelchair down this hill. It's very bumpy. Very, very bumpy.